Emil Hoover here, aka Mama Cheryl, and I hope all is well with you. Listen, um, this video is going to be a little bit different. It's a little bit more serious uh, because I think this is information that we all need to know. Okay, yesterday evening, as I was watching YouTube videos, I came across a video from by Brother Mitchell from Straightway, Texas, and it was called American Blackout, or American Blackout. And what it did, it showed what happens if our grid should ever go down. And then what I want you to do is pause this video here, stop this video right here, and go watch that documentary. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. Go watch it, then come back and I'll continue with the video. Okay, now, did you watch that? My question to you would be, are you prepared if something like that happened? Is your family prepared for something like that if that happened? Do you have water put away, food and all that? Are you prepared? Or will you be one of the people out in the streets fighting and looting and boo-hooing because you didn't prepare? Okay? Now, I'm talking to the sisters now, because we are the keepers of the home, and it is up to us to make sure that our families are fed, you know, and our house are in order. So I'm talking to you sisters. Now you brothers too, who are the head of your home and might not, you have children and you're a single parent or whatever. But this is what I want to do, you know, go over some things. The name of this video is called Preparedness. Are you prepared if something happened? Okay, now, we need to, you know, make sure that our families are safe. We need to make sure we have enough water for each member of the household. We need to make sure we have enough food. We also need to have a safe place to go, you know, because you don't want to stay in the cities. As I was saying, we need water, food, safe place to go. If you can't leave, you need to secure your home as best you can. Okay, now I'm going to make a recommendation. Like, whenever you go grocery shopping, if you can't afford, I know some people are on a tight budget, you know, but if you can't afford to buy the water, buy the bottled water, buy the cases of bottled water. Okay, but I also would recommend to buy the gallon jugs, because where I live, I can get a gallon jug for 69 cents, and picking up 4 or 5 of them going to the grocery store wouldn't, you know, hurt anything. It wouldn't bother the budget too much. You just take out something that you were going to buy that you necessarily don't need to buy that water. Store up canned goods. You know, one of the things I would get too is, even though I don't really recommend them all the time, is the ramen noodles, because you can get a case of those for like $3, $4, you know. So yeah, you buy your canned goods, get a case of canned goods, and all that little thing, and you know, and don't tell people what you're doing, because if you tell people what you're doing, those who didn't prepare, your house is going to be the one they come to, you know. Also, I would recommend you, those that are not, try to link yourself with the community. You know, so when the stuff starts happening, remember the family, the father says, oh, it's going down, we got to get out of here. That's what you got to be able to do. When the stuff hits the fan early on, get out of the city. You know, get out of the city. Be connected with somebody in the country somewhere that you know are ministry. You know, start making those connections now, so when it happens, you can get out. And one thing I can tell you, like they showed, like after 10 days that the grid was back up and everything, you know, everybody was hunky-dory. That's not going to happen. Number one, the reason why is our grids, the parts of our grids are made in China. Now, do you think if America goes down like that, that China is going to feel sorry for us and send us the parts that we need. Or if they do, they're going to have put an exorbitant price on them where they won't be able to afford them. So I would say prepare yourself to live like they did in the 19th century, in the early 20th century. Just get prepared. Learn about wood burning stoves. If you live in the house, because you're not going to be able to use gas and electricity and all that, buy your wood burning cook stove. Put it in your garage. If you live in the house, put it, and you don't plan on living in the city, or if you live in the suburbs, get your wood burning stove, put it to the side. Okay, especially you guys who live in the east, in the Midwest, where it gets cold and it snows, because that wood burning stove will come in handy. You can also start putting away, wood. Like if you can go buy logs, but it's cheaper if you can get them for free with people cutting down stuff. But when you go to the grocery store, buy a log too, along with your water. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. Start now, because you never know. And like I said, the 10 days and it was up again, it's not going to happen like that. So when you start, be prepared to be in for the long haul. And I'm going to start doing more tutorial videos also, because a lot of things we're going to have to learn how to do by hand, like sewing and all that kind of stuff, because your sewing machine's not going to work because you're not going to have electricity. Also, how to put together a decent first aid kit. We're going to have to know how to do that, because a lot of people are going to die just from cuts getting infected and then getting blood poisoning because they didn't have a first aid kit with the proper stuff in it. Like now, also, you can go to like Dollar Tree or 99-cent stores or whatever, and you can buy those little tubes of antibiotic ointment. Or just go to like CVS, Rite Aid, or whatever, Walgreens, whatever the pharmacy is in your neighborhood, and you can pick up, the tubes of ointments and stuff and band-aids. But start putting together all that kind of stuff. You're going to need that, along with your water. Water is a must. First aid is a must. Food is a must. Pack warm clothing, because if it happened in the dead of winter, you want to have warm clothing also. But also, like I said, the main thing is community, because like if you paid attention, once you went and watched that, you paid attention to the man who went in Colorado. I'm gonna say that, because you should have watched it. What he could have did was shared with that man and his family and brought them onto his compound, and there would have been more people to help protect. But he was stingy, and you see what happened. But anyway, start preparing for the worst, because like now the economy sucks. It sucks. I just listened to a guy who is a financial advisor. He works with the market. He said the market is jumping. It's up and down. So anyway, just prepare yourself, prepare your family, start buying that water, start buying food, putting it away, because you don't want to be caught off guard when everything goes south. When the stuff hits the fan, you want to be prepared. So with that, and if you listen to this video all the way through without watching the video, go watch it. Like I said, it's down in the description box. And I want to thank Brother Mitchell from Straightway, Texas, for putting that there, because we all need to be prepared for what's coming down the road. A lot of people don't realize we are in a depression right now. They won't admit it. They lie to us, talk about, oh, the economy is good. And well, that's not true. So prepare yourself, prepare your family, and sisters, like I said, you are the keeper of the home, so it is up to you to start preparing your family. And you know what? I learned this also from Mormons. It's mandatory for them to keep a pantry with extra food. It's mandatory for them. So I think we should be responsible and make it mandatory for us. We don't have to have nobody telling us, but it's mandatory for our families to do this. So just keep all that in mind. And like I said, connect with communities, connect with other families who are in the country, in the rural areas. So when the stuff starts happening, you can get up and go. Okay, and if you can, if have a safe place to store a couple of cans of gas in case your gas is low, just enough to get you out of the city, do that too. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. As always, I want you to like and subscribe and share, and I will talk to you again next time. Shalom.